Oh, what's this I see? Are you walking home alone again? Oh, sorry. Not that I'm judging or anything. Actually, today is your lucky day because I have decided that I'm going to walk with you. I know. You're welcome. You could stand to look a little more grateful, actually. But whatever. It's not a big deal. I just thought it was so sad that people seem to avoid you at school. I wouldn't, know what that's like or anything, but I still have sympathy for you, you know? I'm not a totally evil person, and I've noticed that you also, eat lunch alone, and people just tend not to talk to you, so because I'm just such a good person, I thought, well, here I am, anyway. So, what do you like to do usually after school? What? I'm just making conversation. You don't have to give me that look. I know. We're not really friends. We haven't really talked before. This is probably really weird. But I figured, you don't really have anyone else, so ta-da, here I am. So if you need anyone to talk to, or if you wanted to hang out, I guess it wouldn't be too much trouble if you asked me. Ugh, you look so distrustful of me. Can't a girl just do something nice? That's more like it. Anyway, like I asked before, what do you usually like to do after school, seeing as you're not really hanging out with anyone? Yeah, okay, I guess that's not, the stupidest thing ever. What about me? Well, usually what do I usually do? Um, let's not talk about it. It's nothing important, really. I guess I just don't have a routine. Um, I want to hear something else about you, though. I'm sure you don't get a chance to talk about yourself a lot, so here it is. Tell me something interesting. Like, what's your favorite meal? And, oh, are you any good at cooking? I see. Well, if you want to know about me, my favorite meal is roast beef with mashed potatoes and boiled carrots on the side, but they have to be buttered, of course. And I guess I do a bit of cooking, but I'm not really good at it. Ugh, you're still giving me, the stink eye. Come on, it's not like you're in any position to be choosy about your friends. What, suspicious? How how am I being suspicious exactly? Like I said, I'm just a nice person and you looked kind of lonely. Watching you? I mean, just because I notice that you're alone all day doesn't mean that I'm stalking you or anything. I just happen to see you all alone. And no, I'm not just talking to you as a prank. How would that even be a funny prank? Oh, you mean a setup for a prank? Like I'm gonna be nice to you and then I'm gonna steal your clothes or something? That would be kind of dumb. Oh, someone did steal your clothes? That's really weird. When was that? When you were in gym class? Well, I guess some of the other guys must have been pulling a prank on you. I wouldn't know anything about that. It's not like I even know when your gym period is, after all. Well, if you want, I can try to find out who did it. I know pretty much everyone in the school, so I'm sure someone would fess up if I asked. And then it wouldn't take much for me to convince them to give it back. And even apologize if you wanted them to. You know, there's a lot of benefits to hanging out with me, so I'm just saying. I don't know why you're being so stubborn about it. Like, you don't have anyone else, so that should make it a guarantee that you'll want to spend time with me, right? What? I'm not weird. I'm not acting weird at all. You're being weird. I just don't get it. Do you know how much work it took to set all this up? And you don't even seem interested in me at all. Never mind. What do I mean? Uh, just don't worry about it. I'm just a little frustrated. I just need a moment, and I'll cool back down, and then we can start off on the right foot. Okay? Because I don't want to be weird, and I don't want to freak you out or seem scary or like I'm pranking you. I just want to seem like, I don't know, your friend. What do you mean that's not how you make friends? Why can't I just come up to someone and become their friend? I don't get it. Am I not, like, interesting or pretty? You barely know me? Well, what is there to know? You're so frustrating. I thought I understood you, you know? How could I understand you if we haven't really talked before? Well, you're not a hard person to figure out based on all of the things that you do in a regular day. Like the books that you read, and when you do and don't pay attention during class, and where you decide to sit at lunch, where you decide to go after school, because sometimes you don't go straight home, you know? Sometimes you'll go down to the convenience store. I mean, not that I've, like, saw it personally, I've just, you know, other people told me. Not that I was asking them. Just, you know, word gets around. What do you mean, following you? I don't follow you. This is the only time I've followed you, and that was just so that I could catch up and hang out with you. And I'm pretty sure that's me being nice, not weird. This is really not going the way I imagined it. Look, I guess, and I normally don't do this, but I'll tell you that I really want to be your friend. I would like for us to hang out and get to know each other, okay? I know it's pathetic for me to admit that, but what's wrong with you? You just don't seem to care at all. You think that I had something to do with the fact that people don't hang out with you? Well, and so what if I did? It's not a big deal. You don't need anyone else anyway. no, I'm not saying that I actually did. I'm just saying it doesn't matter either way, right? Because I'm here now, and now we can be friends, and you'll have me, and you don't need to worry about anyone else. Doesn't that sound good? Like, you just don't have to worry about the drama of other people. I'm getting the sense that you don't believe me. Okay, fine. Maybe I asked people not to crowd you too much, or not to get in my way when I tried to talk to you, but then I kept getting nervous, and then I couldn't work up the courage to do it, and so it went on for a while, and then it kind of seemed like people were ignoring you, but... Oh, God, can you just forget I said any of that? Why don't you want to be friends with me? This isn't part of the plan. What plan? Well, not that it's any of your business, but I kind of had this idea of how things would go once we started talking and hanging out, and this is just not how it's supposed to, happen. 'Cause, look, what is supposed to happen is I come and talk to you on your way home, we hit it off and exchange phone numbers, and then we can start chatting outside of school, and then chatting in school, and we can sit together at lunch, and then we can walk home together every day, and I mean, that's like the beginning of it, right? What's the end of it? Well, I don't know. It's not important, because apparently we're not even going to get to the middle of the plan, because you don't want to be my friend. Don't you appreciate that I've put a lot of work into making you want to be my friend? Does that mean nothing to you? Aren't you at least a little bit impressed? Or flattered? Like, you're you, and I'm, well, me. No, you're right. I am being kind of insane about all this, I guess. I just don't like uncontrolled variables. I like knowing where all of the chips lie and being able to move the pieces around how I want to. So you're a piece that I just can't move no matter how hard I try, and that's really interesting to me. And I want to learn more about you, and I want you to be interested in me as well. And I don't want anyone getting in the way of that. Like, what if someone else were to become your best friend, and you just didn't want to spend time with anyone ever again because you had this other person, or maybe other people, and then there'd be no room for me? I'd ask you to hang out, and you'd say, oh no, I'm already spending my weekend with so-and-so, and they're a lot of fun to be around, and you're fun too, I guess, but they're my best friend, and just, well, if that happened, I just don't know what I'd do, because then I wouldn't be able to spend any time with you, and if I couldn't do that, then I would just have to take people out of the equation, and it's a lot easier to just do that from the beginning than in the middle when you already have established relationships. So you can see how this is really for the best, right? Right? I guess when I say it like that, it sounds a bit controlling, right? I've been told I'm a bit of a control freak. But isn't it kind of endearing? Like I'm doing all this just for you? See, you're starting to warm up to the idea, right? Look, like I said, I'm kind of a good friend to have. I can do a lot. I have a lot of influence, and if there's anything you want, just name it, and I will do anything I can to make it happen. Like, seriously. I'll prove to you that I'm worth having around and that you don't really need anyone else. No other girls, no other guys, just me. I am, well, not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty great. And I can fill all of the gaps. And if I can't, then I will find a way to. Because I'm also really determined. Which is a strength, I've heard. I'm kind of stubborn, I guess. But I'm determined, and I'm focused, and I'm motivated, and I'm a hard worker. Ugh, this is sounding like I'm trying to get a job. No, I just want you to understand how good we could be together. I mean, as friends. At least, like, for now. Because maybe in the future you'd decide that you like me a lot and that you'd want to be more than friends, and, well, maybe by then I'd have learned a lot about you and felt the same way, and then, but that's just a hypothetical scenario, and we don't have to talk about that, and I'm sorry I brought it up, and can we pretend I didn't say anything? Great. I knew you'd understand. The point being, I'm worth having around. Do you get that? And also, can I give you my phone number? And that way we can message each other. Me need your phone number? Oh, don't worry, I already have it. I mean, someone else that I knew had it, and I asked them for it, and it's not like I dug through your backpack to find your phone and then broke into it because I could see the fingerprints on your screen showing your password, and just forget I said that, okay? Will you please let me give you my phone number? You will? Really? Oh my gosh. This is really exciting. I was getting really worried there for a second that you were, not actually going to go along with everything, and then, well, I'd have to resort to plan B, and I really didn't want to have to do that because it makes things a lot more complicated. What is plan B? Oh, don't worry about it. You don't want to know. Anyway, yeah, here's my number, and I'm always available to do whatever, to talk, to hang out. Just let me know, whatever it is you want. If you want to go out for food, I'll pay for it. You can go anywhere you'd like and order anything. I don't mind. And, if there's somewhere you've always wanted to go, then we can schedule a trip, just you and I, and figure it out, and we'll make it work, okay? Your eyes look so nice when you smile. I mean, pretend you didn't hear that. I mean, it's a compliment, right? There's nothing weird about it. Friends compliment each other all the time. I'm just glad that you're smiling at all, because before you looked kind of scared, and I don't want you to be afraid of me. Like, I'd never hurt you. I mean, I wouldn't want to hurt you ever. But you just, forget it, sorry. Just know that I would do anything for you. So, if, let's say, there was someone else that did something bad to you, I would hurt them. Yeah, I would. And I'd get away with it. So, you better be careful. Or, I mean, they better be careful. Oh, right, this is your house, isn't it? I guess I should probably go back to my place and, well, you have my number, and text me, okay? And maybe phone call. I've always wanted to know what your voice sounds like over the phone. Is that a weird thing to say? Whatever. Just, yeah, you better text me, okay? Like I said, I would never hurt you. So, just keep that in mind, I guess. I think you and I are gonna be really, really good friends.